So one thing at Blizzard we like to do is we actually like to create our characters life-size so people actually get a chance to interact with them and actually see them and actually see what they'd actually look like in reality. And one thing that we're really proud of this year is we actually have a new installment. We have JIm Raynor. And Jim is about, I'd say, 5 years in the making. We built him for the pre-rendered cinematics and then actually had to rebuild him for the real-time cinematics for Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty.
We came as fast as we could.
And with this particular piece, we actually took the CG itself and outputted it in these large, massive wax shapes. And from there, we actually made molds. So this guy is actually fiberglass. And one thing that I was really specific about with this particular piece, I wanted it to be ultra realistic. So every little detail had to look absolutely real. So the things like the pipes and things that you see here, we actually just went to an automotive store and purchased them. So things like bushings and little brackets, all that's for real. Things like this, the actual engine block has been hand sculpted and then outputted in 3D, or actually in wax. And then they put a painting type of weathering on it so it actually looks photorealistic. Some other things to notice are the gun holster itself. We actually wrapped leather on this, so this is real leather, so absolutely gives it that photorealistic look. Another thing you'll notice is the face itself is, it's actually cast in silicon, and the silicon gives a very translucent, realistic looking skin effect, and each hair is individually punched, absolutely photorealistic, and the same thing with the hair. The hair is actually real human hair. And the beard too, so if you touched his cheek, he actually has a stubble, which is pretty interesting. Another thing you'll notice is there's actually a hologram on his face, and that's to be absolutely realistic, the same way that we had the cinematics. So there's a little teeny hologram that's actually being projected, and there's a little projector in a little movie that's actually playing on him. And you'll notice that the lights themselves turn on and off, and on the back his engines actually light up in the same way that they did in the Building a Better Marine cinematic, where the actual engines ignite. A couple of other things that you'll notice is the insignias. We wanted to be as true as possible to the original design, so everything that you see here was taken directly from the CG model, right down to the writing, and some of the writing you'll notice is Portuguese, and the original artist that worked on it, he's Brazilian, and what he actually did is instead of putting caution, he'd actually write that in Portuguese. So we actually felt that it was pretty cool to actually just leave it as is. And also, we're actually using like real silver paint. So what they'd actually do is they'd actually paint this silver and then scratch away down to the actual base, which gives it that photo-realistic look. And I think overall, I'm pretty excited with the way it turned out. So that's the lowdown on the life-size Blizzcon JIm Raynor. And now, let's get back to Blizzcon.
All right, that was JIm Raynor, the brand new statue at Blizzard. And right now we're going to head on out to JoJo, who's walking around BlizzCon. JoJo, where